Inflation, now baked into the economy, is hitting hospitality the hardest. Well, joining me on the show now is the landlord of Firbank Pub, Simon Delaney. Simon, have you seen big changes in the amount of people walking through your door to come and get a pint?
Good afternoon, Alex. Yeah, massive changes. Obviously, we come out of the pandemic and there's new lifestyle changes. So we were faced with just less people coming into the pub. You know, lots of my friends have got swanky bars now in their back gardens and man caves and everything. So we knew that we had a problem. And then the cost of living crisis has just even put more and more pressure. There's just not enough people coming through the door in most of the pubs that I can think of.
Well, that there are big rises in the cost of alcohol. Do you sell a bit of scran in your pubs? Is that sort of costing a lot more than it used to?
Everything's just spiraled. You know, it's like there's still customers out there who think they can get a burger and a pint for a £5. You know, them days have gone. The costs to me have just gone through the roof. Yeah, both my pubs. I've got two pubs at the moment. One, I'm actually coming out of one of the pubs, as you mentioned earlier. I've had to give my notice because we can't make it viable, and we have to pass on them expenses to the customer, because otherwise we just become busy fools. We're not making money. So, you know, the increases are going up, but it gets to a point where we can't increase the prices anymore. People aren't going to pay the prices that we have to pay, charge £9 for me to maintain. £9 I would have to charge for soup. This is soup that I would only charge £4 just a couple of years ago. That's how much the prices and the increases I've got from suppliers. It just can't be viable anymore. We need it's not just the costs, it's the utility costs. Just one of my outlets, the little bit I have in Sale, the utilities are over £5,000 a month, and that's before the increase. That's based on that's going to go up even more, and we need that help. From the pub companies. I'm what you call an owner operator, so I'm in the pubs, leasing it a pub off pub companies, and the pub companies aren't doing enough for people like me. The government aren't doing enough for people and businesses like me. They did it was great during lockdown and during the tears and the restrictions and everything we had. But then when we've come out, they quickly put up the VAT rate back to where it used to be. We still need more help from the government, from the pub companies. They need to have a rethink to keep the Great British Pub open and to keep people like me who have been in the industry for over 30 years. I don't want to come out of the industry. I'm passionate about hospitality. I'm passionate about the Great British Pub, and I need help from the pub codes, from the government, and hopefully the support of the local community. But unfortunately, when their disposable income is being crushed, we're in a luxury that they can't afford.
Yeah, I mean, £5 a month sounds absolutely exorbitant. Can you give us an indication of what sort of amount that would have been before?
That's that amount, £5,000 is now, because we're pretty lucky because we signed a 3-year contract on our utilities. So I've not even had the increase. So when it comes to February 2023, if I were to stay at that pub, that's going to go up twofold. That's going to double in price, and we can't sustain the amount we're paying now. So it's just to put things into perspective what the costs are going to be, and the business rates reductions that we have, all that's gone, everything. So there's no help whatsoever. It's just the overheads for a local community pub are just not sustainable. We need all that extra things to take place. The business rates reform that they've been speaking about for many years, the business rates, the variable values are all based on what these pubs were doing 10 years ago, not taking into account the pandemic we've just had and the lifestyle changes that people are all going through.
Yeah, Simon,